we talk about the supernatural, please be mindful. There are voices you will contend with. There are voices that will want to rob you of the supernatural. One of the voices is the voice of the citizens, the voice of the multitudes. You think that, let us act this drama. Imagine if these people were acting the drama of what happened. Me and the master have gone. What will you be doing? Talking. Where would these ones be when they are talking? You think they will not pass them to go to do work? You think Prosper now will not tell Annie here, what did you say you're going to do? Your master said, we have already sent a message to him. He is not going to come back. We will not allow him rule over. You think they didn't hear all of it? There were a lot of voices. But they were able to do what? Silence the voice. Please, in the season of the supernatural, make sure the voice of the master is louder than any other voice. The voice of the master, the voice of God must be louder than any other voice. First voice, the citizen. Second voice, your own voice. Your voice is that voice that speaks to you inside and tells you, even after you have an encounter and God tells you, I'm going to magnify you in their eyes. You say, hey, me, how? You start speaking to yourself. A voice starts talking to you. The voice of doubt. The voice of fear. Who knows that voice that starts making you doubt? You finished gingering and you were going out in the morning because you finished praying and your prayer looked as if anything, now I can do anything and everything. Then you just step outside and it's as if wind blew you. And somebody say, that you can do anything is inside your house. Oh. Now you're going to face reality. Who has heard that kind of voice? A voice starts to, after all your strength and gingering, something starts to tell you, no, you can't make it. Before you went to write the exam, you were very confident. As soon as you sit down to write the exam, something starts saying, they will soon bring this question like this. Hey, are you sure? Are you sure you will make it? Are you sure you can make it? Who is speaking at that time? The voice of doubt, the voice of fear, the voice of disbelief, the voice of, at times it is the voice of sadness and depression. You can finish having an encounter and all of a sudden you start feeling sad. Why are you feeling sad? It has come to rob you of what you have gotten. At times, it is anger. Someone can finish having an encounter and you step outside, somebody annoys you. When the person annoys you, what do you do naturally? Is to react. When you react, what have you done? You have reacted in anger, offense. Do you know what you have done? It is like you with let me say this is your spirit, and you just got filled. When these things start coming, see what they do. They begin to put holes. Then what you have received begin to leak. So you're walking on the road. What you received in the morning and by afternoon, at times, by afternoon, it has been dissipated. A lot of it has gone out. So as full as you were in the morning, it's no longer how you are in the evening. Why? Because you allowed some things to dissipate it. It was just falling. Fear came. Anger came. And you know what? The Spirit of God cannot strive with man. So if you're getting upset, he can't stay in that space. So everything you just received, you can just lose it. Why am I saying these things? It's easy to gain things. And it takes a moment to receive from God in the supernatural. It also takes a moment for everything to go. We must guard what we have jealously. We must guard our heart jealously. We must guard every encounter jealously and say, nothing will take this one. This one I have had is for me. I will not allow anything take it. You know yourself. You know what comes to take you. The voice could be the voice of the devil. Just speaking. But whatever the voice is, these servants were able to say, you know what? As loud as you want to be, I will make sure that what I heard is louder than your own voice. I will make sure I drown these voices with the voice of God. I will drown it with the word of God. I will drown it with my confessions. I will drown it with my affirmations. I would drown it by being positive. I would drown it by praying more. When I finish praying and the voice is still there, I will pray again. If I need to shout so that this voice will become quiet or will become lower, I will shout. At times you need to be like a mad person and just shout, hey! Who is mad? Let us know who is mad. You don't need anybody on the street to understand you. If he's in the street, he's doing you shout your shout on the street. How yes they'll do is to look at you and say you're mad. And is this person, well, it's okay. Let them think anything what they think. But you know what you are up against. And you know what you are trying to safeguard. And you know the battles that you are facing. And you know what it is that you want. So when you move on the street, when the voices start coming and say you're not good enough, shout back at that and say, I'm good enough. Even if it's a human being that tells you cannot make it, look at them and say, I have finished making it. It's not that I won't make it. I have already made it. You are still talking from the place of where I have already seen the future. And my future is already secured.